Yeah, it's been a while. Get over it. Hello, everybody. This is Charles Kelly, and welcome to the Lancer Life. Well, I'm not going to get into what's been going on in my life over the past couple of months since I posted a video. I do want to say thank you for all the folks who continue to follow and join and follow along in the adventures of the big fella. My eye looks a little red. That's because it's infected. I'll spend some time getting into some of the things I've been dealing with over the past couple of months, later videos. Today I just want to get into it, primarily because I'm out of junk cigars to smoke. All I have left are my premium, so I'm going to break this thing out with the Macanudo Jamaican Vintage 1984. Let's take a look at the cigar. This is a cigar that's got wrapper that is 30 years old. Forgive the blemish. This is another cigar that's been banging around the cigar box for a little bit. It's got a Connecticut wrapper, Jamaican, Mexican, and Dominican filler, and a Mexican binder. And for all of us that are concerned about the Corona, it's a Corona. Not all Coronas are bad. I plan on doing a Corona series, so you're going to see me do a number of cigars that are Corona cigars. I don't want to make light of the situation that we're going through and dealing with, but we as cigar lovers and cigar aficionados have an affinity to the Corona cigar, so I'm going to do some Corona cigars. So here it is. I got to hold this thing together because the label, after taking it out and dealing with it today, is kind of shrinky. So let's talk about this. Let's first, I'm going to cut this thing. I already clipped it and smoke it. Let's talk about the Macanudo cigars. And of course, I'm going to have, there we go. Wow. Okay. Macanudo cigars. Cigar neophytes, we've all gone out. When I think back to the late 90s, early 2000s, when you could smoke in different establishments, the Macanudo cigar was a common staple cigar. There were two cigars you can count on when you went out and wanted to smoke a cigar at restaurants, right? You can count on a Arturo Fuente, Chateau Fuente, and you can count on that Macanudo in a white tube. Pull out the cigar, it's got the green and white label on it. For many, many years, it's the cigar we kind of, as you grew as an aficionado, it was a cigar you kind of sort of looked down on. But I want to say this about the Macanudo brand. So the Macanudo brand was originally a kind of a version of cigar from the Cuban Punch family of cigars. It was kind of a standalone version of that blend, and the Macanudo was meant to be a name and a size. Think of the term Kleenex, right? Kleenex is a disposable tissue, right? But the disposable tissue is now associated with the brand Kleenex, so that any disposable tissue you call a Kleenex, okay? But not all disposable tissues are a Kleenex. Well, the Macanudo was kind of intended to be like that. It was a standalone brand from the Cuban Punch line. In 1971, General Cigar purchased the non-Cuban brand of Macanudo and did their own thing with it. So from 1971, I believe, until 2000, these cigars were produced and manufactured in Jamaica. This is a Jamaica, for 29 years, this was a Jamaican brand. But after 2000, General Cigar decided they wanted to manufacture the cigars in the Dominican Republic. So they moved production of the Macanudo to the Dominican Republic. This particular cigar, check my notes, forget when it came out. But when it came out, they came out with the 1984 version, 1988 version. This cigar, the wrapper, is 30 years old. It is a Connecticut wrapper that's been aged for 30 stinking years. The binder is a combination of Dominican Republic, Mexican, and Jamaican tobacco. And it's got a binder of Mexican tobacco. And this was well worth the wait. Wow. This was a gift to me by my nephew Kyle, who owns a Traveling Tobacconist, which is a cigar trailer that he uses at different fundraisers and events. Wow. I've been holding on to this cigar for about 2 years, and it is absolutely worth the wait. Let's go back to the video of the cigar. It's a nice Corona. The size of this is a 5.5 by 42. As I said, Connecticut wrapper, Dominican, Mexican, and Jamaican filler with a Mexican binder. Wrapper is 30-year-old tobacco. And it's one of 2 vintage releases by General Cigar Company for the cigar back in, I think, 2016. I think that's about the time this was released. As you can see, it's burning very nicely. And I gotta say, so I'm going to take this wrapper off. I think I may have to save this wrapper. It's got a nice woodsy taste. Got to move over here so the picture of me is good. About a medium body. This cigar tastes like no other cigar I've ever tasted. From a uniqueness, profile uniqueness standpoint, this would get a 5 out of 5 star rating. It is delicious. Unfortunately, they will be next to impossible to find. So this is one of those unicorns that I'm smoking for your benefit. Gorgeous retrohale. Wow. It's been a while since I've done a review. I don't get spice. I get, there's a certain level of peanut nutty shell. So there's that peanut paper, that red peanut paper flavor that I talk about that I say I don't like. But in this cigar, and I know that's from that Connecticut wrapper, but in this cigar, it's different somehow. It's more refined. It's not bitter. Wow. Wow. There's nothing overpowering or too dominant about this cigar. It just tastes damn good. Let's take a couple more draws. This cigar just puts you in your happy place. Wow. Wow. So let's talk about Macanudos. Macanudos cigars that you would go, and I know I said this earlier, you'd find at different places when you're a neophyte. This was the go-to cigar back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, back in the days when we can go and buy cigars at restaurants, at great steak places. You know, they have the cigar case. You get yourself a cigar. You sit at the bar after you ate and you smoke a good cigar. Then there was this period when you kind of look down on Macanudo because their cigars tend to be on a light to, medium to light, medium light to light in terms of body. I would say that Macanudo has done a phenomenal job lately. This is not the Macanudo that I started off smoking. That's an air conditioning unit, so I'm going to probably wrap this up pretty soon. My God, this is probably the best Macanudo cigar I've ever had. There's a lot of subtle complexity to this. The flavor is absolutely delicious. It's not too heavy. Like I said, it's a medium-bodied cigar, but there is a great amount of complexity, a great amount of uniqueness to this. That this is a cigar, and I think I've seen this as high as $20-something online. Yeah, it's worth it. This will kick a Cuban cigar dead in its ass. Even though it's a medium body cigar. This is an absolute unique cigar. This is a cigar that if you find it, you must smoke it. You got to get out and find one of these and enjoy it. Folks, that's all I got for you. The Macanudo Jamaican 1984 vintage cabinet selection. Find one, smoke one, love one. We're in some very trying times. This is late July 2020. Our country is going through the most unique and the most dangerous time since the early forming of the Union. I'm not going to get too political, but what I will tell you is wear a mask, you big dumb ass. If you see somebody running around that's not masking up, what they're saying is they don't give a rat's ass about you, and so we shouldn't give a rat's ass about them. Mask up, protect your family, protect your neighbor. I love you guys. Peace and a bucket of grease.